the Lead with Courage series. And yes, again, I have a very special guest today with me, and that's Katherine. Hi, Katherine.
Hello. Hi, Lillian. Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, I'm so glad you set aside time for this.
Yes, my
Right. For
pleasure.
those for our audience out there, if you are tuning in for the very first time, this channel is all about courage, right? Learning from the different women out there from all walks of life, especially women leaders or female entrepreneurs that are willing to share their experience of their, the learning curves, the challenges that they face, the fears that they need to overcome, and how are they doing it, and how are they moving on and staying in the game as well, right? So yeah, and today we are going to learn from Katherine. So, Katherine, before we go into your profession, and your expertise,
Mm.
share a little bit about yourself so that our audience get to know you at a personal level.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Mm.
sure. So I'm Katherine. I am in my late 30s already, and I'm a mother of two beautiful girls. They are 5 years old and 1 year old. And then I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter, and I'm a sister to three other sisters. So of course I'm sister
Three.
to many sisters as well. Yeah. So
So, in terms of seniority, where are you among your siblings?
I'm number three.
The number three.
Yes, I'm the third child.
Right. And you mentioned that you have two children, right?
Mm,
And the younger one is only about
One.
1 year old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's how's that working out for you? Are you
Yes.
enjoying that period again, that season?
Yeah. It's getting better and better. Like it is so nice to see her development.
Mm,
Now with more work from home arrangement, right? This is is very good lah. Mm.
mm.
So child is developing well. And she's starting to talk. She's able to walk very steadily already. So yeah.
Ah.
So it's
I
very
think this stage
enjoyable
is
stage.
very fun,
It's,
right? This stage, the toddler stage is very fun.
yeah, I think so too. When they
Yeah.
can interact, they are more expressive.
Yeah. How about your passion and hobbies or interests? Something, some fun facts that you have not shared publicly.
Wow. I think I'm quite public lah. Like if you are connected with me on Facebook, you probably know that I like to eat, I like to drink, I like to drink coffee.
Coffee, yes,
Yeah,
especially
that's
coffee,
right.
right?
Coffee, yes. So
Yeah. So
yeah,
if you want to learn, if the audience want to find out, where's the best coffee, where's the latest coffee, yeah, just connect with Katherine on her social media.
yeah. We can go out for coffee soon. Yes.
Right.
Hmm.
So okay, let's go into learning more about your expertise, your profession, right?
Mhm.
And share with us before. I know that you used to work in under employment. You are
Yes.
transiting from employment to entrepreneurship, right? Yeah.
That's right.
So share with us this journey. What caused the transition?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I used to work in corporates. I was a marketing manager for many years. I was working in a corporate for like a good 15, 16 years before I decided to do like a mid-career switch to join the financial services industry. So
Mm,
exactly why the change is, I think that it comes to a point in a corporate setting where it becomes a little bit that there is no more job satisfaction, and there were a lot of factors like politics, colleagues who are very difficult to manage, bosses that are not so understanding. There are a lot of these kind of other factors that kind of affect my passion of wanting to create things. I was in marketing, so um, building brand awareness, creating events, activities, for whoever the target audience that I was working on. That's what I like to do. The work is, to me, is very straightforward, but it's always the people that makes it very complicated. So I've had my fair share of dealing with difficult people, and then I think it comes to a point is enough lah. I needed the job satisfaction, and yeah, I needed. I think at some point of time, it's really about job fulfillment. It's not just about bringing home the paycheck, and yeah. So that there must be some kind of fulfillment which I cannot find in the last few work places that I was. So I decided to look outwards and do something with courage. Yeah, and step up and do something more lah for myself, for people who I care about, and of course for my family. They are very young. I think being in this industry has its perks, the flexible timing.
Mm. Right. So family, seeking out for more fulfillment,
Yes.
and then family, it was the motivation as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But why this industry then? Why this? Yeah.
Okay. I think for me, I have resisted this industry from day one, because I used to think that because I'm not very good in numbers, then I cannot do this work for sure. Although I believe in it, at the age of 17, I have already bought my first insurance policy for myself with my own money. So along the way, I have built my own insurance portfolio lah. So I believe in this product for sure, and I'm that kind of people. If I believe in something, I want to share. So it would have been something I should have considered to do earlier, but I didn't because I just fear that my number is not very good. I cannot even add 8 plus 5. I always need a calculator, so then I won't do well. So that I have always had this fear. So I have always been saying no lah, because that along the way I always have had invitation from different leaders, agency leaders, to ask me to join them, but I've always declined. And then up till end of 2019, I was again approached by somebody else, and then I told him, okay, look, I'm trying this thing out. I'm trying this venture. Let me try for the next 3 months. If it doesn't work, then I will consider to join you. And then, true enough, 3 months later, what I was doing then didn't work out. So I recall what I told this guy, and then I decided to explore, and I met a few other AA leaders, and then I decided to join the leader that I'm with now.
Right. So you were experimenting with different ventures before settled down for this profession, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right. And I think you mentioned a little bit about some of the challenges that you were facing, especially in the area of your mindset. Yeah. So which is one of the questions that I wanted to ask you. Since you have brought it up, then let's go straight into that. Some of the mindset that you mentioned just now were some beliefs that you are not good with numbers.
Yes.
And therefore you avoided professions that involve a lot of number crunching.
Yes.
Right, especially the financial and okay. And how do you overcome those challenges then?
I think,
how do you address those?
Yeah. So that fear that I won't do well because I believe I'm not good in number was addressed by my current director, my agency leader, that he's saying that a lot of number crunching is not done by me. There are systems that do it. So what I need to be good at is, first, I need to have interpersonal skill, because it's a relationship business, it's a people business. People need to like you, then they will talk more about their needs with you. And then of course, understanding the different kind of products, and understand how things work, and try to fit in people's as in to solve people's problem with your understanding on product. Then that is really about it, So I decided to believe him. I decided to take a leap of faith and trust him, and he is also like talking with a lot of love. He say you need to do this work with a lot of love. You need to love people. You need to care for people, and I just like his approach. He is not that salesman.
So he kind of like shifted your mindset. Shifted your perspective in viewing this profession, right? And because to him, this is a relationship building profession, right? Where you provide the service, you meet the needs of the clients through the products. I mean, everyone, all of us in business, we have either a product or a service that can solve a problem, right? Or meet a need, right? And but the thing is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Yeah. and I mean, what I'm hearing is that your mentor or your leader has helped in shifting your perspective and in this profession, right?
That's right.
It started with like, oh, I'm not good with numbers, therefore I cannot take up this profession, right? To this profession is not about numbers. Yes, we will involve numbers, but this profession is really about meeting needs and relationship building. Right? Is that what I'm
Yes.
getting right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So again, to our audience out there, sometimes we may have certain perspective or certain mindset about different things in life, right? For Katherine's case, it's about her view, her mindset about a profession. What about you? What's your perception and or belief about certain things in your life? It can be in the area of your relationship, in your area of a career, your business, or even your with your children, right? Yeah. And having from what you're sharing, I think it's good that having a mentor or leader that has experience, who are further ahead down the road in life, that can give us a different perspective. That's important. Yeah, to have conversations with people like that in our lives. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, I think that's a very good key point for myself as well, to constantly be speaking to people who are further down in life with a wealth of experience. Yeah. In fact, not just, it doesn't mean they're more senior, There's some youngsters, they are very gung-ho and they are very courageous. Yeah, they are venture out into the new world of technology and all that. We also learn from them.
That's right.
Like I'm learning from my children as well, Yeah.
Yeah, we really can learn from anyone.
Yes. And having that humility to learn and be open-minded. Yeah. Right. And okay, those are mindsets. Yeah. Is there any other mindsets that you had to overcome and address? Any other mindset?
I think it's really about putting a stop to saying that I'm not good enough, because like when I was working, there were so many times when I was being put down, right? And that I also very early on in my career, before I did marketing, I was also doing sales, and it didn't quite work out. So I got the belief and the mindset that I can't make it. I'm not gonna do well. So I really had to work on that a lot, and then do what is needed to do this work.
So what are some of the actions that you took, because you say you need to work on it, right? And so how do you work on it? What are some of the actions that you took to help you in that?
Yeah, I think firstly, it is to surround with people who are all positive. You don't want to be with people who constantly put you down and make you believe that you really cannot do anything good. So we have got to cut out people who are just poisonous, and not helping you in any situation. So one of the group that I chance upon is, of course, Lillian's group, Women of Courage, the community. Everyone is always so encouraging, so positive, offering their time to talk to you, understand your problems, and giving you some tips and advice to move on. So being in a very supportive group, it definitely helps. Yeah. And then I also started going to church, and that's another positive environment that helped to lift me up further. You sometime at some point of time, I think we need some spiritual help, and we always talk about hope. So I worked towards all those things, and listening to podcasts. Whenever I feel down, I will just listen to something. Listen to something, and then I will just hold on to whatever message or that's being shared, and just remind myself, yes, you can.
Right. Yeah, I think investing time to listen, like you mentioned, it can be podcast, YouTube, having conversations with different ones that mentors in life. Yeah, it can be in the area of business, it can be in the area of spiritual leaders as well. Yeah, so it depends on which area of your life you're working on, right? Yeah. And so podcast, YouTube, books also, right? Do you read books?
Less of books for me. Books
More
always
about
have sleepy
audio
dust. I'm more
learner.
audio. Yes, I'll do YouTube and I will listen in.
Mm,
Mm,
yeah. So yes, and those actions are very intentional,
mm,
right? I know many people out there, you may be listening to, I don't know, there are so many things out there in the world on the internet right now, right?
mm.
Yeah, one moment we are talking about COVID, the next moment we're talking about the war in Russia and Ukraine, and then the next moment you can be talking about some pop culture, celebrity, and
Gossip
different
news.
things.
Okay.
Yeah, so we want to be very prudent
Mm,
in the content that we
mm,
are putting into our mind, right? It's just
mm,
like you are careful in selecting what are the foods that you feed your body, right? So same thing, what are the content, what are the knowledge and content that you are feeding our mind,
mm.
Yeah. And for Catherine, I think you took steps. That was very intentional, setting
Yes.
aside time to watch, to listen into podcasts and things like that. Yeah. So be intentional, right? And these
Mm,
are committed, intentional actions,
mm.
right?
Yes.
Small daily steps, baby steps over long period of time. It becomes small habits become your lifestyle, right?
Mm,
Yeah, thanks for sharing that the action steps. I mean, those are practical steps that our audience can, be intentional. And this is just creating awareness also and act as a reminder. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's like, yeah, I'm always listening, but what are you listening to?
Mm, correct.
Something to take note, right? Um, okay, how about in our community, just now I mentioned, it's a very encouraging community. We are always like encouraging each other to step out of our comfort zone.
Mm,
Yeah, but we also um, nurture and remind each other about core values, that we need to have core values in our life,
mm, mm,
right? So be in
mm.
your life or in your business, because you're doing this profession,
Yeah.
there are certain, what are some of the core values that I don't know, that you put in place and they are really
Mm,
non-negotiable?
mm. So so I'm in service. So that although there's a product is intangible, but at the end of the day, it's really about servicing people. People. I don't choose who I work with. Um, I want to help everyone who gives me a chance to be part of their financial planning journey. So when I was in my late teens, when I was doing part-time jobs, when I was still studying in poly back then, I was doing part-time job, and this line that we were taught, love all, serve all, really is really something that I live by, from that then until now, 20 years down the road. So yeah, I really love this phrase, love all, serve all, and that's something that I live by lah. And even to now, this job as a financial services consultant, I do the same. I don't choose what color, what gender, because I see everyone as a human race, and
Mm,
I love people as in general lah, as a whole.
mm,
Mm. Yeah, I
love
don't
all,
choose
serve
of
all.
all. So like, I don't choose if you have money, then I will work with you. Is not the case. So I really
Mm,
have client of all mm,
different
uh
walks of life,
yes,
different
different walks
gender,
of life. Yes.
different cultural background,
Mm,
different, yeah. So like what you said, love all, serve
of
all.
all. Mm,
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. Yeah. Um, like just now we mentioned, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care,
mm-hmm,
and love all, serve
of
all.
all.
And you mentioned that do everything out of love,
Mm,
right? And really looking at what is their needs, right? And it
yes.
may it sometimes it's not about transactions, yeah, right? It's
Mm,
about putting ourselves out there, and the value that we have, the experiences that we have, can add value to someone else's life, to meet their needs, right?
mm,
In your case, the financial needs, right?
yes.
Because if one lacks planning, money in, money out, they don't know where their money is going,
Mm,
and then at the end of the day, they live from paycheck to paycheck, and
yeah,
then when crisis happens, where does the money going to come from,
yeah.
right? Things like that, yeah, and of course, many other products that each company has to offer, right? Yeah, but I like what you said, and when you mentioned that at the end of the day, it is about relationship building and meeting needs. Yeah. Well, as you know, this channel is about courage, right? So I will not avoid talking about courage and leadership, right? Especially, in my own personal journey, so awaken the courage of a woman. You ignite her power of influence, and leadership is influence, right? Um, so what does courage and leadership mean to you?
To me, right? Yeah. When I was preparing, I was so tempted to Google and give you a model answer. But then I remember it has to be to me and we have to be authentic, right?
Right.
So don't
Yeah.
laugh if I get it wrong. So, okay, for me,
There's no right or wrong. There's
there's
no right or wrong. Yeah.
so for me, having courage or being courageous is really about standing up to do what we think is right and to pursue what we love, even though it is scary. So so even that though there's fear of this and that and what's not, we got to stand up and do what we love or what we think is right. Then in terms of leadership, it would be I think it is the ability to motivate and lead a team to reach a common goal.
Right. So in terms of let's do a little bit of application here, right? Yeah, like that is what these two mean to you, and how are they play out in your life?
Yeah.
Like
So
just now, courage. I can share. I can list out one. Like just now you mentioned, right? You're fearful of numbers and all that, but you still took the courage to learn and pursue the profession that you were fearful about. I mean, that's courage.
yes.
Like courage doesn't have to be like, wow, save the forest fire, or we're not talking about that. We're talking about daily walk, daily life. We make decisions that requires courage.
Yes.
Yeah. So how does that look like in your life?
I think the other thing that many will agree that I'm being very courageous is the fact that I will leave a job, a stable income job to want to pursue things that I love. The courage to say enough is enough. I really need to do what will serve me and have a meaningful something meaningful to others. So I like to think that I'm very courageous for stepping out of corporate and doing what I think is right and very fulfilling. And that I can really value add to people, impacting individual lives and touching lives. So that's what I want to do now, one at a time.
I think stepping into the unknown and leaving what is secure, and I mean leaving the space of security and comes. I mean, it was the corporate environment was a comfort zone, right? In terms of financially, it's a comfort zone. I'm sure you pay well and it's comfortable and secure in a sense, because every month you will receive your salary, the money will come in, and leaving all that behind, stepping into the unknown of that there's no basic salary, right? But yet the sky is the limit, right? It's how much you are being rewarded is dependent on how much you are serving out there, and so wow, that requires courage. That definitely requires courage, especially for people who have been comfortable in that kind of a secure environment. Yeah.
Yes.
How about leadership? Just now you're saying that it motivates others into action and fulfilling their goals. Right? How does that look like in your life?
It
doesn't have to be work related.
I can only think about being that leader in my own family. Motivating my little children. Got to be a role model for them. Got to be very mindful and the things that I say, the way that I behave. I'm indirectly leading them as well, right, and guiding them to become who they need to be.
Mm.
Mm.
Right. I
So,
think
yeah.
what you said that was, it sounds to me that you need to first lead yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're leading yourself, and therefore leading an example. I mean, like living out an example for your
Living,
children to
yes.
see,
Mm.
right? Yeah. And I think in our community we emphasize a lot on leading ourselves first,
Mm.
right? Lead by example, lead ourselves first, and then others will be inspired by what we're doing. Yeah. And then
Mm.
we can encourage each other to start stepping out of that comfort zone and start leading themselves.
Mm.
Yeah. Right. Thank you very much for sharing that point. I think children is a gift, right? Children is a gift, and we really want to impart valuable core values. I mean, like impart good core values in their lives.
Mm.
Yeah. Is there any other, just now, going back to the core values, right? Love all, serve all. Is there
Mm.
anything else to add on that? What other core values that you have and can share with our audience?
I, I
Hmm.
only I only thought about that. I think
So that's like your mantra, you
that's
know?
like a mantra. Yes, that is to love all and serve all, right? And then I think
Hmm.
the core value very important as a financial services person is you need to be ethical.
Ethical.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Sounds, I mean, it's
One,
similar to, like for us, integrity is also another
integrity,
thing.
correct.
Yeah. Integrity is like a big one.
Yes, yes.
Right. And I understand that, okay, we are coming to the third anniversary
Mm-hmm.
celebration of Women of Courage Asia. You have been volunteering and value adding into the community as well. And not just, offering your time and your experience in the different skill sets.
Mm-hmm.
You are also sponsoring this time round, right?
Yay!
So can you share with our audience, what are you sponsoring to the third anniversary celebration?
Uh-huh. Okay. Just sharing my love for wine and dine. Um, I,
Ah,
I think we had a photo challenge that is leading up to the event. I have sponsored a few bottles of red wine, to share with people who wants to make a difference, and who wants to impact the people around them. So that's one thing. And then I'll be dropping items into the goodie bag. So please sign up and come to the event and let's meet in person. Yeah. So I have a variety of items that are in the goodie bag, like notebook, water bottle. Yeah, some items. Mm.
wow,
That
thank
are
you. I mean, very
practical.
generous of you.
Mm. Happy to do
Yeah.
that. Yes. Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, those who have completed the Lead with Challenge, Lead with Courage challenge, yeah, you'll be receiving your gift of wine, the 2 bottles of wine at the
Mm.
event. Yeah, and they are sponsored by Catherine, right?
Yay.
And of course, not forgetting the goodies in the goodie bags. Yeah,
Mm.
I just came from the meeting, with the committee, and I heard like the goodie bags value easily 200 or over dollars of value in that goodie bag.
Mm.
Yeah, so um, yes, please join us, right,
Yes,
in the
please join
celebration,
us.
because
Mm.
yeah, we are celebrating all the milestones and breakthroughs of all our volunteers and our members in the community.
Yes.
Yeah, so see you on the 5th of March.
Yes.
Right, it's a Saturday. Yeah, 1:30. The booth will be open. Registration and booth will be open at 1:30. Yeah, Catherine, how
Mm.
does the audience able to reach you and connect with you? If they want to find out more about the services that you provide, how are they going to reach you?
I have a digital name card, and
Hmm.
you can see the link below. Just
Hmm.
go
The
to
link below.
Bitly, contact Catherine, and you'll be able to find me.
Hmm. Yes.
Mm.
Bitly. Bitly. Catherine. Contact Catherine. Yeah.
Contact Catherine. That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. And yeah, you can connect with her, and also they can find you on Facebook, IG,
Instagram,
Instagram,
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
These are the three platforms that I'm more active on this.
Right. Thank you so much for setting aside your time today. I know you have another appointment to go to. Is there anything else that you want to encourage the audience before you go, before you say goodbye?
Hmm, really choose to be happy. My nickname is Happiest Katherine. I think happiness is a choice.
Mm.
Yeah, life is short, right? So we should choose to be happy. Don't be afraid. Do not fear. If you are worried and if you are scared, just come and join our meeting. Lillian will be cheering you on.
It's not just me, yeah, the whole
All of us.
community, yeah. The ladies there are all very fun loving. Yeah,
That's
and
right.
yeah, if you need a dose of courage, just join our Women of Courage Asia.
Definitely.
And if you need to, hear some a dose of courage, audio on your way to work or things like that, yeah, just tune in to our Voices of Courage Asia channel as well. We are on YouTube as well as podcast, right? So just check us out. There are so many different women from all walks of life sharing their experiences, right? So thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Catherine.
Lillian.
We'll see you again.
See you
Yeah.
Saturday.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.